Hi there and welcome to my channel. I'm glad you tuned in. Today I am going to show you the Stampin' Up! City Sites kit. It is available. You can order it through my website and everything will be in the description of this video. And these are really easy kits to do. They are a pre-designed project, so let me show you. Everything comes with what you need. These are the directions, very, very easy to follow. And if you're more of a person who needs to view, then this is why I create these videos. Now, let's take a look at what the kit offers. So, we have your this one here has a pre-printed sentiment. They do come in also not just English, but they have French, German, and Dutch. And with this kit, we're going to be making 4 cards of each pattern. So we'll do a birthday card and a thinking of you today. You also have your die cuts. These are corrugated blue. All you do is punch it out. These are your little die cuts of the city. You can see the buildings, the skyscrapers. It comes with 4 cards. Those are the card bases you'll be getting. And you'll get 4 of these as well as 4 of this color. I will probably, I like when cards come with patterns on the back side, because what I'll do is I'll cut it and I'll make another card from this. But I'm going to show you 1 card of each during this video here. With the kits, the really good thing about them is you get these little Stampin' spots, and the color of this one featured is Pebbled Path. This is a great way to collect your little inks before you make the purchase. Now, I'm not going to open this. I'm going to set this aside because I have the larger Pebbled Path ink, and that's what I'll be using with my kit today. You get your adhesives. This one has the tear and tape included and the dimensionals. There are some little tiny brass little dots in here, and it comes with a little acrylic block, but I'm not going to use this one because I have the larger ones that Stampin' Up! Offers. And again, all of these extras here that you see me using that I'm substituting for what's in here are going to be in the description. So I'm going to use this block instead and save this. I will need the tiny dimensionals, and I will need these little brass guys. Another thing you get, I had mentioned the tear and tape real quick, but I'll show you. This is adhesive tape that is sticky on both sides, and it's very easy to use. I just got to find the end, and you just get what you need and you tear it. Now, once it's on your project that you're working on, all you do is simply tear off the top part, and then you flip it back over, and that's how that works, where it'll stick to your card. Okay, so we'll set that aside here. This one here comes with a stamp set. Some of the kits that we have have the sentiments. This one only has the landscaping, or I guess the skyscraper. I believe this is meant to be like lights in a window. We'll show that later on another as I'm piecing the card together. And then this one here, we have these skyscrapers. Coordinating envelopes also come with this. We have 4 of this pattern and 4 of the blue. Okay, so let's set these aside because we do not need these at the moment. And we'll just put our other little extras here that we're going to be using, and let's get started. So again, I'm just going to do 1 of each card in this tutorial, And then I'm gonna try to think of some other things. I got the little wheels turning in my head right now of something. So these come pre-scored, and you just simply fold it on that line. I don't know where my bone folder is, but you just take your bone folder and you would just reinforce it a little bit. You don't need to reinforce it too much. So let's set this card aside because we're going to do that one later. Okay, so let's work with this guy here. And where are my directions? So the directions state on this one what you need for this project. You need your ink, you need your block, you need this particular image, and then you'll need 3 of the larger dots here that are shown are the dimensionals, and the ones that are, let's see, this one doesn't have it because it's not using it, but it would just be little black dots on your directions. Those are the smaller adhesive dots that sometimes come with kits, but these aren't used here because we're using the tear and tape. These are your 3 little brass things. These are your die cuts you're going to be using, and this is what you're going to stamp the image onto. Okay, so let's get that together. So I have my block, I have my stamp. Let's get the image set onto the stamp. I'm going to set it up diagonally, and then we're going to pop out one of the city, looks like the landscape. I want to make sure I have one, and looks like we're going to pop this apart. Now I don't know if I'll use that again, but that would make a great punch for color of something if I'm going to use it, or I could use the white part and make a little label. So I'm going to hold on to that. I'm not going to hold on to it for too long because then I just start getting clutter and we don't like that. So here is our city landscape. We are going to need one of these banners. We're going to need the shorter one, so I'm going to pull that off, and then we need the darker colored one that says happy birthday. You know, there's not a lot of male themed cards, and this would make a nice card for a guy. Let's see. Okay, let's get started. So we have our okay, so this is the first time that I'm looking at this and making it, so please bear with me. All right, first things first, we are going to stamp, as noted in here, stamp the city. So it doesn't look like all of these dots are filling it up for windows. I think it's more or less to show the image of maybe the lights are on. So let's get that done. And we're just gonna tap lightly. You can offset your stamps and see how the color is. This one is pretty good. And then we're just going to line it up and let's see, put those on there. Okay, and that's pretty good. So that would be that one. And then we can put that aside now, use it later. We will clean our stamps, and then probably the other card is going to use the other image. So now this is done. So now it's telling you to put all of these dimensionals on the back side of it, and then your tear and tape goes on the blue. Okay, so, and then tear and tape goes on this side. So let's see, dimensionals. I do have a pick tool, but I don't know where it is. I'm not going to put it exactly where it calls for. I don't like to use too many of these. And actually, with the exception of this area here, I could use the small ones, where the larger dimensionals that Stampin' Up! Does provide, and I have acquired some through different kits. I probably could have used the larger ones. so I don't waste all of these. So I'm gonna put these as close as possible to the edge of it. They are tiny. If you wanted to use the larger ones, you could, and just cut them. But I think these are okay. They have to be okay, right? They measured them and sent them out for use with this. So just a matter of my eyesight and setting it the right way. So I used the flat part there so it would be flush flat on the top. Okay, so see how that one is kind of set. Anyway, let's take these off, and then we're gonna go to the tear and tape, and if you haven't used it, you will see how that works. And I'm just piling up all of these little coverings that are on the opposite side of the dimensional. I love these kits. You can get your friends together, you can get your grandkids together. I have a friend who ordered a few of them for her grandkids, and I tell you, they had a ball. I'm going to use this little one that I ripped earlier. No sense in wasting it. And then I'm going to just do that one diagonal. And then we have our happy birthday. And that is going to go across. But my friend had ordered some kits for her grandkids, and she saw them over the weekend, and oh, she sent me some photos, and I tell you, they did a really good job, and they really enjoyed it. So if you're looking for a little gift for someone, kids are home for summer, you can still order them now and get it in time. You know, it just brings the creativity out and brings you guys a little closer together and doing something fun. And then you'll have a card at hand for when that occasion comes up, and bring back the old art of handmade cards and the old art of mailing a card in the mail. So, okay, here we have this part done, this part done. Now we're ready to piece it together. Okay. So I'm visual. I just look at it and I see how it goes together. Looks like this goes on the bottom. Actually, let's do this first. This will be centered. Happy birthday. And then we have our little cityscape. And see how it didn't matter that I went that low. Because it's going to be covered, and you're going to bring it about just not too far to the right, but just a little to the right of this building. Okay, and then we are going to put it on top of this little image. And you, my friend, have made a card. Okay, so now it says to use 3 of these little embellishments that came with the kit. These are adhesive backed little guys. These are cute. Oh, stuck to my finger. I really should be using a pick tool. It tells you like where to put them. It has one here on the building, so we will put one there. And can't really tell where the other ones are. Oh, it looks like there's one down here. And then the other one, whoops, I'm sorry, I'm off camera. And the other one, so I put one here and I put one here. And then it looks like, oh, here we go. This other one is below, right there. Okay, so there you go. You have made your first card. Okay, Now we're going to grab that coordinating envelope and have it ready to send off. Now the thing about these envelopes too is you can cut these, and you can use this also as some of your designer series paper. And this kit here, you can make 8 cards, but you can really expand it by cutting it and you know, having it go a lot further. So let's work on that second card now, okay? I'm gonna set this one aside, and I'm gonna briefly look over the directions. Let's see what I need. Okay, so I'm gonna switch out my image of the skyscrapers with the image of those windows, and I'll have to clean that. So let's see. And all of the images that do come with your kits, they do fit the blocks. You just have to kind of play with it to figure out how it's going to go. That one I just put diagonal. This one I am okay putting it across. All right. And let's see, we do need the thinking of you sentiment. We will need this card base. So let's just bring that out here right now. And then I need the other one. Let's see. Here. Thinking of you. And I need one of these guys here to punch out the skyscraper. It's pretty delicate, so be careful when you're pulling it out. If you are working with younger children, you will maybe want to help them with that. And then I'm going to use this longer, darker cutout. This is that corrugated die cut. And we're going to use that piece. And I think that's it. Okay, so let us, and then I'm going to use these eventually. And this I don't need. Okay, and let's get to work. So card number 2. Card number 2 calls for, okay, folding like I did, and then we're going to take our Pebbled Path ink. Again, if you don't have the stamp set, you can use the Stampin' spot that it comes with. That's what it's intended for, but if you have your Pebbled Path, you can save that. I like to save my little ink spots. I do card classes, and I do raffles, so I like to keep those and give them away as gifts. So let's see, we're gonna stamp. This one is gonna cover the entire skyline, so let's make sure I get this right. Okay. Voila, good enough. It's kind of hard to see. My camera's up high, I'm sitting low, now I'm standing, and I'm only one person, so let's see. The backing. The backing, you're going to do your dimensionals. It calls for, this must be overlapping something because I see the tear and tape going across the bottom. So let's see, there, and then it wants the tear and tape over here. So we're just gonna measure. The thing about tear and tape is if it's too long, you just tear it. And Whoa, I did that perfect. And then we have our dimensionals across, not this guy, this guy. Okay. Should have been centered, but we didn't do it. So now we're going to remove all of this. And then we're going to, I gotta do this up here. And let's take this off so when we're ready to piece it all together, it's ready. Okay, so now we're gonna put this guy a little bit over onto this guy. That's what that tear and tape was for, okay? Don't have it exactly straight, so let's straighten that out. Okay, then we're going to use the thinking of you, and we're going to put that right there, if I could get it to be even, close enough. Now, I'm going to take our card, and we're going to set that right there. Probably could put some adhesive down there on the bottom. I'll do that later, but actually it's holding up pretty well. These guys, I don't know where to put them, so looks like one is on a building and one is down here. And another, goodness, I guess one is over here. So that's what we'll do as best as we can. Okay, so there is your card. And let's get the other envelope for this one. I'm gonna use this coordinating one here. And, oh look this, how pretty, it's got the blue on the back. That's kind of neat. So there's your cards. And you can make a set of 8, 4 of each. But I'm gonna play around with this and I'm gonna see what I could do. All right, so I thank you for joining me, and I hope you can view online. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'd be more than happy to assist you, and just stop by and take a look, and otherwise contact your demonstrator. She will thank you for it. So you guys have a good day. Take care.